Are you
Dos cuatro.
Go ahead and roll online.
A24? You mean that company?
Great. All right, so this is Katie Ito with A24 Generics.
I keep wanting to tease you, but I won't.
So these are just generic interview questions that we're
Okay.
going to push out. So the first question I have for you guys.
Oh, should we be looking there or should we be looking? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, okay.
So why did you want to get involved in this project? What made you say yes to the film? We'll start with Stephanie, or Keith, and we'll pass it over.
Well, the reason why I wanted to be a part of this was because, first, it was an amazing script that featured a Chinese family. And, you know, it was a script that I haven't read anything like it for a long, long time. In fact, it's been 20 years since I stepped away from acting. And to have this opportunity presented to me was something that I couldn't say no to. In fact, I mean, working with Stephanie and Michelle and James Hong and Jamie Lee Curtis was a dream come true. And honestly, for many years, when I started as a child star, I've read so many scripts that were just really disheartening because the characters that were written for Asians, a lot of them didn't even have a character name. It was mostly just, you know, very stereotypical, marginalized, one-layer characters that had one or two lines. Be lucky if there was like a page or 2 pages that it lasted. And here was a script, the entire script, in fact, was about this family. And it was just so beautifully written that I was, in fact, I wanted this. I wanted to play this role more than anything. And I'm so grateful to the Daniels for giving me this opportunity.
I love telling this story because it is a love story. I met the Daniels shooting an episode of Nora from Queens. And on the very first day of filming, Quan asked someone to put a leaf blower to my face so that in slow motion my cheeks would wiggle and wobble in the wind, and Daniel Shiner dumped a bucket of mud on my head and I had nowhere to shower. And I left that day and I was like, I love these people so much. I am going to move to LA and I want to meet other weirdos like them and make things with people that I don't even know, because I was just on Broadway, had finished Maisel, and I was like, I think I'm ready to go to LA because they're there, and so there must be more people there. But cut to 1 week of being in LA, the Daniels called me and they were like, hey, so we're working on this movie, like no pressure if you don't want to do it, but we think you'd be really great. And I had no idea Michelle Yeoh was attached. I had no idea it was A24. I had very little concept of Hollywood, AKA zero concept of Hollywood and the world of films, and how to break in through that door. But I just said, yes, I will do anything that you guys do forever and ever and ever. And fast forward to this movie. I think that they are some of the most special filmmakers of their time, of this time. I don't know. It's embarrassing now because they're my friends, so I feel like I get to just brag about people I love all the time. But beyond their creativity, beyond their imagination, they are excellent filmmakers. They are able to pull off crazy things that they should not be able to pull off with the time we're given or the budget we're given. And it's because they started making like music videos with zero budget. So they know how to edit. They know what it takes to pull off crazy shots. And I just think, I don't know, I can't praise them enough. I think that they're so special. And this movie is happening because of them, truly.
And honestly, what's really interesting about these two filmmakers is that, you know, here we are in 2022, a lot of movies are done with a lot of visual effects in front of a green screen. And yet they chose to do our movie, all of it practical. I think out of the 38 shooting days we had, there was only 1 or 2 days with green screen, and it was mostly for the bagel. And when I walked in the set, I felt really familiar because that's what I was accustomed to. And having not done acting for so long, you know, I'm glad they did it this way because it didn't take much imagination on my part. I can really just focus on playing Wayman. So it's really cool to have filmmakers in that generation still clinging on to some of the best technology in the past, which is just do it practically, you know? I remember, we got to tell them about the sofa. Evelyn and Joyce sinking into the sofa. That was amazing.
That was real. That was real. There was a sofa, and we sat down, and someone either pulls a lever or pulls a string, and both me and Michelle go, and we get eaten by the sofa. Michelle loved that so much.
Yeah.
She thought it was the funniest little roller coaster ride.
I was on set watching the monitors and witnessing Stephanie and Michelle sinking into the sofa, and I go, oh my God, that is fucking brilliant. Like, why? Like, yeah. I thought, when I read the script, I thought it was going to be like a CGI shot. And to see it happening in front of my eyes, practically, that's the magic of filmmaking, you know?
Can you guys talk about your family unit and working with Michelle Yeoh, James Hong, and then also, you know, Jamie and everyone else in the cast? Let's start with the family unit. Let's talk about Michelle and how you guys work together.
I feel like walking onto set every single day, I was given the great gift of being at like a master class with these literal legends. And I know it, sorry. No, it's okay. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got distracted. Yeah, okay.
You want to ask the question again, Katie?
No, I remember it. Yeah. Because you're going to cut this, right? Yeah. You're going to edit it, right? Or maybe not, but now you have to. So, I feel so lucky. I feel like I got to show up to work every single day to a masterclass. And even still sharing the film now, I feel like I'm constantly learning from Key, from Michelle, from Jamie, from James. But above all else, I mean, no one can talk enough about Michelle Yeoh's performance. I mean, she's just incredible. This is show-stopping, life-affirming, just history-making. She does it all. And literally, I can't imagine anyone else in the world could pull off what she pulls off. And above all else, she is so loving, so generous, loves to hang out. We love each other so much. And I can't believe how lucky I get to say, how lucky I am to get to say that she was an incredible scene partner. She was there with me, with us all the way. There's no backing out. She gave her all to this film.
No, I mean, it's really special working with Michelle because, first of all, she's our matriarch. She's the head of the family. And honestly, we couldn't have done it with anybody else. What's interesting about it is that she started her business in her first movie in 1984, and that was when I started in Hollywood working on a movie called Indiana Jones. So we came into this from different parts of the world, and I waited 38 years to be united with her, to get this opportunity to work with her, because I've been a fan of her, you know, for many, many years, seen all of her movies, and it was just a joy to work with her. And honestly, I mean, I think there was the chemistry between all of us as a family was really palpable on set.
Yeah.
With James Hong and you, and it just felt like, you know, you were my daughter, Michelle was my wife, and James Hong was, you know, a father-in-law that I constantly need to get approval, you know, with. And it was just a lot of fun. I mean, there was a lot of love, really. And if you ask me, you know, one of the greatest things that I got out of this was the friendship with all of you, something that I would treasure for the rest of my life.
And I also think that the beauty of this story is the intergenerational story and intergenerational dynamics. And of course, there's the journey that we get to go on as the family and as the crazy multiverse versions of ourselves. But even while we were working, I think we all had something to teach each other. And that was so cool to just really across generations, 3 generations, get to learn from one another and surprise one another all the time.
Great, thank you. That's the time.
Oh, so you only gave yourself 5 minutes as well.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
Yeah.